Why is nobody talking about this? Everyone seems to just be talking about the fact that the Chagos deal is about to be approved by Trump, but they're completely ignoring the huge revelation that it looks like Keir Starmer is being told no free speech, no trade deal. It's looking like Donald Trump may be our savior. He may force Keir Starmer's hand and force Keir Starmer to give us free speech back in Britain. I pray that this is true. So we've got reports in the Telegraph today. No free trade with US without free speech. Starmer is warned. PM's hopes of avoiding Donald Trump's tariffs may hinge on the case of a pro-life activist who was arrested for peaceful protest. I mean, this is absolutely huge if it is true. We're hearing in the Telegraph that there's been a highly unusual step. I mean, when has a trade deal been, make or break on the basis of free speech before? They're clearly concerned about what is happening in the UK and in Europe. So on Sunday night, the State Department issued a statement saying it was concerned about freedom of expression in the United Kingdom in relation to the case of an anti-abortion campaigner. So this is the specific case that they are talking about, that they are concerned about. This lady who held up a sign near an abortion clinic saying, "Here to talk if you want." They have these buffer zones in place outside abortion clinics now, where I think you have to be 200 meters away if you are protesting. She claims that she was not breaching the buffer zone, but I think authorities claim she was. But anyway, she has been arrested and is going to hear, I think this week, her judgment from the court about what is happening. Here we go. The verdict in the case is due on Friday. The State Department responsible for US foreign policy wouldn't usually comment on domestic policies of another country, but it's clearly the free speech situation is getting so bad that they're trying to save us here. They know that the Brits in the country don't want this, and they want it changed. JD Vance in particular is very concerned. Asked about the comments, a source familiar with trade negotiations told the Telegraph there should be no free trade without free speech, a stance thought to have become a point of contention between the two nations. Let's just go back to that first meeting we had with Keir Starmer and Trump. Remember what JD Vance said then?
Which is that we do have, of course, a special relationship with our friends in the UK and also with some of our European allies, but we also know that there have been infringements on free speech that actually affect not just the British. Of course, what the British do in their own country is up to them, but also affect American technology companies and by extension American citizens. So that is
Like
something we'll
Meta.
talk about today at lunch.
We've had free speech for a very, very long time in the United Kingdom, and it will last for a very, very long time.
Blah 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 blah.
No,
Lies,
I mean,
lies, lies.
Certainly, we wouldn't want to reach across US citizens, and we don't, and that's absolutely right. But in relation to free speech in the UK, I'm very proud of our history there.
Absolute rubbish. Keir Starmer talking absolute lies. There, he doesn't care at all for free speech. And you wait until, in a second, guys, read this. And in a second, I'm going to show you the Whitehall comment on this. And it's actually shocking. You realise what the idiots working for us in Westminster think of free speech. So hold your horses for that. So we had an official from the US Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labour meet with the Tosaki Bolt, Miss Tosaki Bolt. She is that lady outside the abortion clinic that is going to have her verdict on Friday. But anyway, in a statement, the branch of the State Department said US-UK relations share a mutual respect for human rights and fundamental freedoms. However, as Vice President Vance has said, we are concerned about freedom of expression in the UK. It's important that the UK respect and protect freedom of expression. Last month, Mr. Vance told the Munich Security Conference, do you guys remember that? That he feared free speech in Britain and across Europe was in retreat. That was quite something when he had the guts to go to that Munich Security Conference and put those European bureaucrats in their place. That did not go down well amongst the European bureaucrats. And then you had the guy running the conference, the chair of the conference or whatever, crying about JD Vance's horrible bullying comments. But then what the real members of the public think of it is completely different to what those idiot bureaucrats think. The public absolutely loved what he said. But anyway, let's take a look at the Whitehall comment that you guys have been waiting for. This honestly makes my blood boil. So Whitehall source sought to downplay the significance of free speech to trade talks, telling the Telegraph, "We know it is something they have a bugbear about. We are happy to have discussions on our broader, wide-ranging relationship. I don't think enhancing our economic engagement that is beneficial for both countries is contingent on this particular issue." What the hell? A bugbear? Oh, the US, they've got a bugbear about free speech. I'm sorry, do you not think that free speech is important? Like, it's one of the most fundamental rights in a democracy is free speech, and you're like, it's a bit of a bugbear of the Americans. They're just being a little bit annoying, telling us that we should have free speech in Britain. What a bunch of idiots. What the hell? Whitehall. I don't know exactly who this source is, but get your act together. Start caring about the democracy that you supposedly work for. And here they just say, oh, I don't think it's contingent on this issue of free speech. Don't think economic engagement should be contingent on this issue. I think that we should be able to continue in a situation where we don't have free speech in Britain and we do have free speech in the US, but we still make trade deals. No, 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 no. You should say you are committed to free speech in this country. That's what I expected Whitehall to come out with, right? Even if they don't actually mean it, you'd think that they would come out and say, we are committed to free speech. But no, instead they're saying, no, we don't think we should have to have free speech both in Britain and the US to have a trade deal. I mean, it's just unbelievable. It is just unbelievable. Anyway, that's the latest. I'm Chloe Dobbs. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to Reason for more videos like this.